We all know what it's like to have pain in our body, whether if it's just slight irritations or more dramatic chronic pain that just won't go away. Sometimes it's in our tissues or our muscles or our bones, and sometimes it's deeply, deeply ingrained into deeper areas inside that we can't really get to very easily without professional help. So the idea of suffering and chronic pain, that's what this video is all about. My name is David. I'm a mindfulness coach, and I'm also a spiritual guide. And today, let's talk about pain and suffering. So I want to talk about how I was able to heal myself of my pain and suffering. A little bit about me. I went through a period where my whole body was in a lot of pain, especially my whole left side. First, it was deeply, deeply inside into the intestinal tract and into some of the areas inside the body. And then it started projecting itself and reflecting itself in the tissues and the muscles and so forth and so on, all over my body. And I realized something very important about it. And once I was able to really change my thinking and start controlling my thoughts in a more effective way of positivity and love and connection, then the pain healed from that idea of forgiveness of my thoughts and changing my belief structure. So what is pain first off? Well, pain is separation. Makes sense. So separation is the separation between you and your God, or you and your source, or you and your soul. Regardless of how you like to say it, is totally fine. That's what it is. You are separating yourself from your source, therefore trying to pull yourself apart from something that you are collectively a part of, and it's very, very uncomfortable. That's what pain is. And then it is reflected back into our vessel in the form of separation. So you have two different ideas, two different belief systems that do not belong together, do not come together, and it creates a feeling of separation in the body. This is where all pain comes from, as far as energetically and mentally, from the mental body. Now, how do we let go of it is by recognizing that you have a belief system that says, I am a body first and foremost, I belong in time, and I am vulnerable and weak and susceptible to everything outside of me, which is tough. We all know that's tough. I have to rely on the world for everything. I can feel small or I can be strong. And there's this back and forth of this idea of separation. I am a separate body. Here I am. I want you to kind of see it. I'm just this body. And I live and I die. Now, the other way of seeing it is I am not just this body. That my energy is forever, not later in some place called heaven after I die. I am the soul now. I am that energetic being right here, right now. Therefore, I move way more than this body. In Tai Chi, we can project our energy out very, very far and people can feel it. Certainly more than just this body. I have the ability to be bigger. In fact, I am bigger. And that's what awareness is. I am the awareness of this body. I am the awareness of much, much bigger than just this particular vessel. Now, those are two different belief systems. One of them is true and one of them is not. So when we hold a belief system that we are a separate body, and there is also a true belief system inside that says we are one presence, the presence of God, God in action, and these bodies are inside of us. We are not inside the body. Then those two belief systems are going to speak two different languages, and this causes separation. That's it. That's what causes pain. And as we look out in the world, we'll see that with our brothers and sisters too, and we will attack them by seeing them separate. The more you see, or the more you hold these two belief systems, the more they will tend to push against each other. And the more, in a sense, it will feel like we are attacking our God or attacking our source by trying to pull ourselves apart by believing that we are separate when we are not. Ponder that carefully. Because once I understood this is how I let go of my pain. I recognized that if these two are true, then if my body is hurting, then it is because I'm feeling separate from my source. Now, what's your source? Well, your well-being. That means I am feeling separate from my well-being. So instead of thinking, I am hurt and something is hurting me and making myself feel small, like something's attacking me, and then blaming whatever it is, regardless if it's something happened in the past, I slept wrong, this happened to me, it doesn't matter. There's some reason, and you'll know that reason why you feel that, and therefore create any fearful future. What if it gets worse, or what if I can't do this? Instead of doing that, I see it in a different way. I move it around and say, well, I am feeling separate, or I am feeling resistance in my body simply because I'm not allowing the well-being that must be present to flow in. Now, that's a different way of thinking, because now we're holding both. We're holding the limited perspective that says, okay, I'm feeling resistance. But since it's not blaming outside, and it says, I'm feeling resistance simply because I'm not allowing my source, which is my well-being, to flow in. Can you see the difference between that? So one is I'm hurting because of this, and I'm worried about this. And the other one is I'm feeling resistance in my body because I'm not allowing the well-being that wants to flow in. Two different ways of thinking about it. And the more you recognize, okay, two belief systems. You can believe whatever you want as long as we hold the truth of the other belief system there from our source. So if I have pain in my shoulder, I simply say, oh, that's resistance. That's resistance of separation. Wherever it came from, it doesn't matter. It's just resistance. It's energy. It's dissonance. You see, it's just dissonant energy. Instead of my shoulder is messed up, or I must have done this, you see. And that ego loves to put in all these stories, right? Well, this happened from this, and what? Instead, it's just resistance. Okay, it's resistance. Guess what? My source has the answer. And if I let go of the resistance towards it and stop attacking it based on stories of past, or based on stories of why it happened or how it should have happened, and so forth and so on, and I just let it go and allow the resistance to be, and I don't attack it, then the well-being must flow in from the other side. And I recommend starting, you don't have to start it with something huge and massive in your life, small little things in the body first. And as you recognize, this is just dissonance. It's like magnets repelling each other. I'm holding some kind of belief system and I'm attacking my body with my beliefs by believing that it hurt, and now I'm saying it hurts, when in reality what I'm thinking about it is what's causing it. Everything starts with your thoughts, then your body, not your body and then your thoughts. So I've learned, let it be. But let it be with sincerity and certainty that the well-being will flow in simply because you're no longer holding it with your negative belief structure. Do you see? And that's the trick. And that's what I did. I started realizing that everything I was feeling was clogged. It wasn't allowing the well-being and the solution and the wholeness to flow in. I was clogging it up. And then I said, well, what was I clogging it up with? The belief that something was attacking me. The belief that I did something wrong. I made a mistake. The belief of what if a fearful future can come in? What if this gets worse? And what if this happens to me? Can you see? That's a lot that's clogging up my mind. And I'm consistently sending it into that place. You ever notice how your mind's thinking about those places a lot? If you look close enough, what are you thinking about? Why it happened? What's going to happen if it gets worse? Why it's attacking you? Can you feel how small it makes you feel? How vulnerable you feel as that body? Can I convince you that that's what's causing it? And that's what I realized. And I realized I don't have to continue thinking those things about my body. I can simply let go of them. It's going to be as it is. We don't have to think those things. That's what faith is. And as I stopped thinking about those things and let it be and recognize it was there for a purpose, even if I couldn't see it, then I can allow the well-being to flow in from the other side, because there's no longer a fullness of my cup based on those thoughts. So I can allow the well-being to flow in. And as I changed my belief structure a little bit at a time, I started feeling that well-being coming in more and more. And eventually, anytime I feel something, I just debunk it. I don't even pay attention to it. I just ignore it. Because you know that it's just releasing in order to allow the well-being in. That's all pain really is. It's a release. It's releasing, if you allow it, by not filling it back up with those beliefs of where it came from, if it's going to get worse, and why it happened. If we could just let go of those and be empty and allow it to be, then the well-being from your source, which you are 100% a part of, you're not just this body, you are connected to all that is forever, eternally. And that Father loves you. That Father sees only good in you, no matter what you think you've done. So therefore, that well-being is going to flow in from that God energy, from that source energy, that one presence of love. Only thing it's asking us to do is to let go of our beliefs that stop it from flowing in by persecuting ourselves based on guilt and blame. Does this make sense? And this is how I healed my body. I stopped blaming myself. I stopped blaming outside things. I stopped thinking about the fearful future of what's going to happen. I started loving my body, being with my body during these times, saying, I got you, all is well, I have you. I am the center of my universe. That body is your creation, not the other way around. It needs your support. It needs your love. It needs your ability to believe in it. Just like a little child walking around. Believe, don't punish it. Don't beat it up. That's what the body is. It's your vessel as long as you're here. Love it regardless of how it comes back. Hold it. Be there for it. And I started being there for myself. And the more I was there for my body, the more I was there for me. I started realizing it was the same. I started realizing I'm there and I'm trying to connect back to my source, trying to connect back to the love inside my heart. It's the same thing. You cannot separate your body from you or your God. They're all the same. There's only one moment in time, and there's only one thing, one thought that is real, a perfect thought of love and connection. And as I started loving my body, appreciating my body, even when the pain was still going, there was a moment, absolutely, eventually it started letting go. That love healed all things, and it healed the separation in my body. And as I stopped thinking and putting those thoughts in, thinking that I was just talking in my mind about what was going on in the body, and started realizing, no, I was creating from those thoughts, because your thoughts create. They don't talk about it afterwards. And I started letting go of those thoughts and allowing and trusting, recognizing there's a purpose there, and giving my body room to express what it needed to express to me without judgment from myself. And me and my body started coming closer together, having a better relationship. I started realizing, wow, I started to love me. As I started to love my body, I started to love me. I started to love my soul. I started to love my source. I started to love others. It's all the same. And then eventually the punishment, which is the pain, went away. The persecution, which is the thoughts, went away. And the body reflected accordingly. It reflected back love. It reflected back healing. It reflected back connection to my world, connection to my body, connection to myself. It was no longer needed to reflect back the separation anymore. I hope this helps. Love yourself. Love your body. Just because it hurts doesn't mean you can't sit with it, be with it, and encourage it to heal and love it unconditionally. And you will see love heals all things. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share this clarity with you. As always, it is an opportunity also to receive it back for myself, for what we put out must come back to us. Please keep the comments coming. I'd love to hear your stories, your questions. It brings me great pleasure to be there with you all during these trying times that we are all going through this self-transformation that we are on together.